the self-justice system. Lack of awareness-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Chicago City, the dedicated dudes that investigate these vicious, unmindful felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Accountability Unit. These are their stories.
This kid's father found out that he was making fun of a classmate who lost their hair due to cancer. So
shout out to this man being a father, showing this young man what accountability is and what happens when there are misdeeds that is mired in lack of self-control. Even more critical than that, I am so glad that there's not a female in the background of this video saying, don't do that to my baby. Not our baby, but don't do that to my baby. And you wonder why the boys are walking around here with the pants sagging, all tatted up and piercings, and behaving feminine.
he made sure his son learned his lesson.
Hair gotta go, let's get it.
Why are you doing it?
It's over with.
Why?
It's over with.
Okay.
These kids are not as stupid as the mother or some parents may think the children are. First and foremost, how many adults have we heard state that very thing that he just said? I didn't do nothing. Every time they get called by the cops or something, what's the first thing they say? I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. And typically what that is them seeking to escape accountability, and or they really don't know any better and they don't know that they have done something wrong. And that's a lack of parenting, and on either side, male or female, a man or woman. That's what that is. And this man and this father is telling him and showing him this is unacceptable. So now, as he grows up, that young man is going to say, you know what? Pops don't play. You know, I got to watch what I do and watch what I say. You cannot have free reign of, I didn't do nothingness, or a whole bunch of, I can do what I want to, and there's no repercussions to be had. We can't have that, because that's what we already have. And another lesson within this is not to be vainglorious, not to have ego, not to have pride, because he's crying so hard to not have his head shaved off, not understanding that he grew that hair and that it will grow back. All he has to do is not mess up in certain areas, and he should be fine.
There you go. Right. It's over now. It's gone now. It's over. Get back to normal, sir. You about to get the attention that you really want.
I didn't even do nothing.
Yeah.
And he lucky his dad didn't give him a baldy. You know what I'm talking about? Because cancer victims are bald. He's lucky.
Yes, you did.
I did it.
Yes, you did. You did it. It's over with now.
And here we go again with this disgusting, vile individual. I did a video on her previously here on the channel, but with this one is the previous video and the follow-up of what happened afterwards. So for those who saw that video, here is the second version of the first video, if you have not seen it.
It's my husband's funeral, which unfortunately I cannot make because obviously I am busy here in Tunisia. I would have loved to have gone.
Stop the cap.
We were together for 17 years. Unfortunately for me, he did decide to die on the week I had planned to come on holidays.
You are an idiot.
So I did make the decision not to go because, I need a holiday at the end of the day, and my holiday is way more important than sitting in a church watching people cry. I would love to give him a good send-off, so I'm going to get absolutely drunk tonight with this new guy that I met, and I'm going to raise a glass for you, Jeremy, because you were...
This lying, gaslighting,
An amazing husband, very rich. I can't wait to do the will reading when I'm home. I have made sure I'm going to be home in time to do the will reading because I would not miss that for the world, because obviously I am due to get a lot of money and that's a very, very important thing to me. So I hope you have a good funeral today, Jeremy. Love you. Mwah. All good things have to come to an end. I did miss my husband's funeral because I was in holiday in Tunisia. I would not have missed my holiday for the world, and I know my husband would have understood because that's just the kind of guy he was. But yes, I have come back from my holiday just to make sure that I got back in time for the will reading, because I am not going to miss that for the absolute world. I have been held captive in the Ukraine for at least a week now, following my holiday in Tunisia, where I did get pregnant with a very well-known married celebrity's baby. However, I am very lucky to have been released just in the nick of time for my husband's will reading, because I do deserve all of that money. I spent 17 years with this man, which is a lot longer than any of his children did. So I deserve the inheritance a lot more than his own children. So I am going to fight the will with lawyers if he has left any of his inheritance to his children, because they do not deserve it, unlike me.
What a selfish, self-centered bitch.
Who looked after him every single day for 17 years when they were out living their own lives. That money's mine. I've spent 17 years of my life with an elderly man who smelled like cabbage, just to be told I've got nothing in the will, nothing, and he was worth £33 million. And you think this is funny? I have wasted my life with a geriatric coffin dodger.
I am for marriage, but get married at your own peril. Because a lot of these Decepticons and Predacons, you know, in female skin, man, this is my opinion. It's not worth it. Many of them planned a divorce before they even married. Many of them married, they don't even want to be wives.
For nothing. And why everyone thinks it's so funny that my husband donated all his money to a bunch of cats and dogs.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Who even likes cats and dogs? I'm literally going to be homeless. Like, I've got no money.
You are an idiot!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Not even my own house or my car. Like, I'm literally going to be poor. I'm going to have to shop in fucking Asda, like all the other poor people.
It is said that to humble a rich person, you make them poor. The same thing goes for gold diggers and females who behave entitled to another person's provisions. She's so demonic that she didn't even want the children, his natural children, to get anything. That's crazy. But hey, this is what the dating scene is. This is what marriage is now.
Not Asda. I've wasted my life thinking I was going to get millions by marrying that elderly coffin dodger. And he looked like a shriveled up fucking clown.